What up, everybody? This is your girl, Lisa Marie. Welcome to the MMA Hour. We have special guest, Jhonavin Pati. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. He's trying to fix his camera right now. You situated? Okay. Well, right now, as you see on Facebook Live, for those who are watching in Facebook Live, we got his fight shown on his last fight from XKO 41 to be exact. We got Alfredo Leia versus Jhonavin Pati. But Jhonavin, this was a quick work for you on your last fight against Alfredo. Alfredo's a tough guy. I thought this was going to be a very tough fight for you. But you went in there, and as people are watching the fight, as we're talking to you, how did you feel about that fight? I mean, you're up and coming. I mean, people are talking about you. So how did you feel about this fight coming in?
As any opponent, I usually respect my opponent no matter whether they have a name or not. You never know what a guy's doing away from the ring. You know, a lot of guys prepare differently. But it was different with Alfredo. Alfredo was a big name for me thus far in my career. So he was a decorated name. All his wins were by KO. So I respected him a little bit more getting into the cage. But it's just something whenever I'm in there that I'm in a place of comfort where I just don't feel like I can be shaken. And I guess that's what helped me in the ring with Alfredo. I felt his power early in the first round. And it wasn't anything that I have never seen, so it didn't shock me. So usually when guys hit me, I always I laugh and I say that my teammates hit harder. So
yeah,
just training with beasts, it just makes it easy when you're in the cage. You know what I mean?
Right. So I do want to talk about you know, your name, the Savage. They call you the Samoan Savage. Obviously, I mean, that is your heritage, your ethnicity, you're Samoan. How did you get that name?
I guess I don't even really know how it generated. Back when we were at our old gym with our head coach, Crew Kasib, I guess I don't know how it came about, but one of the guys just was like, "Man, you're a savage, dude." I was getting beat up in the gym a couple years back, and I just didn't stop coming forward, even though I was getting tuned up. Early in my career, I was an amateur still, and I was in there with nothing but pros, guys like Jeff Neal, Lavelle Simpson. I was.
Oh, did they freeze on me?
Stuck after that. I was Samoan, and they were like, "You're a savage." So 2 and 2, the Samoan Savage. It just came along. Right.
Well, I heard that you got some fight news that you're going to be fighting pretty soon. And who are you fighting, and for what organization?
I'll be fighting for Elif in October. I believe the card's coming down to Belton, Texas, so it'll be right in my backyard. And I'll be fighting the #1 guy from Hawaii.
Wow.
Ah, the #1 guy from Hawaii. Is that what you said? Now, where are you originally?
Yes,
where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Samoa, but I was an Army brat, so we moved all the way around the states and outside of the states. I was actually born in Germany.
Okay, so you fight at what weight class do you fight at? 170, 185?
185.
185. Now, I want to talk about a post that you made recently. Well, not recently, maybe about a month ago. And it had everybody talking. And you had called out Kevin Holland. And this is right before he got signed to the UFC. And and that fight is not going to take place, at least not in the local scene, now that he signed with the UFC. What made you call out Kevin Holland?
Well, to be honest, I'm really not afraid of anybody. Kevin Holland was the #1 guy in Texas. And the way I see it is if you want to be the #1, you need to go against the #1. And if you look around the fight game now, even the guys that are below Kevin, to be honest, we've asked for a couple of fights against the lower ranked guys, and they're turning me away. So the only way to the top is to call out the top. And Kevin saw me at I've seen Kevin work. Nothing but respect for the guy. You know, towards the game, it takes a real kind of different kind of guy to get in the cage. And Kevin, he's the best to do it supposedly in Texas. So I called him out because I wanted to fight, because I see myself as the best in Texas. And it has nothing to do with being cocky or anything, but I'm confident in everything, in my preparation and me being a fighter. If I wasn't, then I'd be wasting my time.
Right.
So that you know, I wanted Kevin because he was the #1 guy, you know what I mean?
You know, when I read your post, and he did come on there, and he didn't say anything too much like he usually would, you know. He just laughed about it. Were there any words exchanged behind the scene?
No, man, it's nothing but respect, really. You know, Kevin showed a lot of respect. He kind of surprised me with what we talked about behind scenes, and even on the night that he fought in the UFC, I wished the dude luck, and I told him, you know, I'll see you up there, man. Like, if push comes to shove and I got to see him to one day, you know, get a title or get a title shot in the UFC, I mean, that's what it's got to be. But as far as being the top Texas guy, Kevin really strongly believes that he is. And,
right.
You know, Kevin's from Cali. He's not even from Texas. So
right.
for him to claim the Texas 85 thing, that, you know, I got a little chip on my shoulder with that because I'm from Texas now, you know. So,
I mean, I know being in the UFC is everyone's goal. You train. Now, where do you train at, and who do you train with?
I train out in Copper's Cove, Texas, with Crew Kasib and Chadrick Turner, and we're underneath Strike Kings Academy. Out in, we're based in Copper's Cove right now. So, yeah, I'm out there with those guys.
Yeah. So I know you come out here to Dallas to train with Fortis MMA every now and then. I mean, those guys, they got a stable of fighters. Matter of fact, there's about 3 or 4 of them that's going to be fighting next week here in Dallas for UFC. You got Jeff Neal, you got Charles Bird. Who else is fighting on there? Ryan Benoit, I just found out that he's out the game. Razak. Do you get to spar any of those guys when you come down to Fortis?
Oh yeah, man. I usually Coach Safe up there in Dallas. He throws me against his best guys up there. I get to see all my buddies up there. I guess in the fight game, whenever you go to another gym and they throw you in there to the wolves, you better show that you can fend for yourself. So I say I at least held my ground up there, but there's some beasts up there in Fortis. But I've got to see a good couple of those guys up there. Got to move around a little bit with my boy Coulter that's up there right now. I got to move around with him a couple of times. Move around with some of their guys, Ramiz and Kennedy, guys like that. Me and Jeff work together all our lives. I mean, that's one of my best friends. We grew up together. So every time I see Jeff or he's in town, we get to move around. Another fellow southpaw. So yeah, I love getting working with those guys up there. They're animals.
How do you feel about Jeff Neal being in the UFC now? I mean, that has to have an awesome feeling and something to look forward to yourself. You know, you said you guys are really good friends, former, you know, teammates, and now he's in the UFC doing it. He got his first win in Austin, and he's going for his second win here in Dallas. How do you feel about that?
It's just motivating, really, man. Like, growing up with Jeff, like me and him, from the dumb stuff we used to do in high school to now seeing him on TV. Like, it's really motivating, you know what I mean? Like, as far as me, some people in life, they don't like to see other people succeed. But, man, Jeff, I told him since the beginning, man, that I believe that he could go the whole way. And I'll support him until he's done, you know what I mean? Until he walks away from the cage. I told him, I said, I'll see you up there. Every time I'm motivated to see my brother up there doing his thing. And hopefully, you know, he can be a contender up there in that weight class.
Well, now that Kevin Holland is out, as far as you fighting him in the local scene, who else do you want to fight that you consider the best out here in Texas?
I do believe the next guy that they have up that's actually based in Texas, that's not just ranked in Texas. I believe it's Antonio Jones.
Okay.
He's the champion for Fury FC, if I'm correct.
He is.
So I mean, he asked for that fight for LFA. I don't know all the details of why it was turned down, but it was a green light on our part, and we didn't get the fight. So we had a couple turn downs for that fight coming up in LFA, but that's just the name of the game. Guys are trying to get up to the next level, and I guess I'm not a good fight for some guys, and you know, me, I'm just a fighter. I'm ready to fight whenever, no matter style or anything. I'm ready to go.
Well, Jhonoven, you're 4-1 in your MMA career. Your only loss is to Ryan Spann, now who's in the UFC. Of course, he trains out of Fortis as well. That was early in your career. Do you ever think about, you know, as a loss, as a fighter, when you get that loss on your record, do you want to go back and fight them again?
It's funny that you say that, because something between me and my coach, before Ryan had came back on our radar, it was always a thing as a fighter to be like, you know, that wasn't my best day. I'd love to take it on. You know, either a fighter accepts that loss and says that guy is better than him, or a guy says, hey, I want the challenge again one day. You know what I mean? But it was funny how Ryan fell into our laps. Ryan had came out and cross-trained with us a while back, and you know, I guess in our sparring sessions in the garage, when we were in the garage, we were in there, you know, without a gym, but we were training with our coach still. And I got some movement in with Ryan and got some hard sparring, and I got that chip off my shoulder. As far as now, I consider Ryan as a friend, as a teammate now. But Ryan knows if we're in the UFC and they were writing us to check the fight, me and Ryan go at it. I'd be
right.
okay with it.
Right.
But as far as now, you know, Ryan's a cool guy, man. It's funny how God connected us, but nah, man, he's a teammate now. But like I said, if Dana White called me today and was like, hey, I got to fight for you against Ryan Spann at 185, I'd be like, send it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I tell Ryan, no bad blood, but you know what I'm saying? It's my shot.
So this is your debut fighting for LFA, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you know, LFA being the feeding pool for the UFC, does that motivate you to perform at your best? I mean, of course, you want to perform at your best in every organization, but for being, you know, to be LFA and to be the feeding pool for UFC, is that pressure for you?
No, not really. I don't feel pressure. The most pressure I feel is the further away from the fight that I am, but no matter what promotion or no matter where I'm fighting at, I mean, I can't say it for the UFC because that's the top of the top, but I feel like I got the butterflies out a long time ago, according to being nervous and things like that. But no, it's the same thing. Every time I walk to the cage and I get locked in there, I know what comes with it. You know what I mean? And no matter who it's in front of or what promotion, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? To me, it's the same thing. It's business. It's business when you get in there.
Well, let's talk about LFA that's coming up. You're fighting in October. Is this a TV bout?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, well, let's talk about it because I know that, you know, fighters, they need that sponsorship, you know, they need that money sponsorship, and they, of course, they can, you know, get on your logo, your shorts, they could be seen, you know, all that stuff. What sponsors do you have that helps you out a lot the most?
I have Herbalife. They're actually they were based out of Round Rock, Texas. A lot of people don't know what that is. But, or not Round Rock, I'm sorry, people know what Round Rock is. It's called, why can't I think of it right now?
What's the city outside of Boston that we went to?
Round Rock.
Round Rock, okay.
It's not Round Rock, I don't know why I can't think of it. Rockdale,
right.
That's what it's called.
Okay. Well, so let's talk about your social media sites.
But there's a couple of live teams out there. Say again?
So let's talk about your social media sites that people could, I mean, I know you're not watching, but if you're watching Facebook Live, we just saw you stop Alfredo. So you might have to go back and watch this interview. So that's what we're watching, and people are over here giving it likes. So yeah, yeah, so you're going to have to go back and watch this. So let's talk about your social media sites where people can find you before we wrap this interview up. Do you have Facebook? You got Instagram?
Yep. I got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So they're all at Samoan Savage. And that's all it is. It's Samoan Savage, and then at Facebook, or Samoan Savage at Twitter, or Samoan Savage at Facebook. I have all three. So I'm pretty active on all of those. If I'm not active on there, the people that I got behind the scenes are active on there for my fighter profiles and stuff like that if anybody needs to contact me there or anything like that.
What is your training camp like right now? I mean, for this fight, I mean, it's next month, and you know, you still got a good ways to go. But what is your training camp looking like right now?
Well, usually we try to get at least 2 training sessions in a day. If not 2, then we get 3. Sometimes, you know, we have 3 at the last practice. Usually our coach will tone down a little bit on us, but another one of my sponsors that we get training in with is TFW, Training for Warriors, actually nationwide underneath Mr. Roney. He's out there with Frankie Edgar. That's the guys that run that program. It's called TFW. Ours is based out in Harker Heights. So we get strength and conditioning in about 3 times a week, and the rest is all jiu-jitsu, wrestling, Muay Thai, boxing, all the, you know, the styles of fighting. We're squeezing them all in there throughout the week.
Well, I know you recently got married. I don't want to say too recent, probably like a couple months ago, maybe. I'm not too sure, but congrats on that. How's married life treating you?
And it's the same, honestly. If you treat it like that before, it's the same. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Nothing changed. And maybe I don't get the food ain't as hot now.
Look, your wife is gonna get upset when you. Now you're not gonna have anything. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, any shout outs you want to give before we wrap this interview up?
I think it's chopping a little bit.
Oh, is there any shout outs you want to give before we wrap this interview up?
I just want to shout out my boys that are fighting this week coming up. Boy Charles and Jeff. Ain't no luck needed, man. You guys put in the work, so just go out there and have fun, fellas. Shout out to my gym. Shout out to my teammates. My boy Lavelle, he's actually coming back home for that fight in Belton. Shout out to him. It'll be good to be on a card with an old teammate. Shout out to all my teammates at home. Coppers Cove, y'all know who you are. Shout out to my coach, my family, my wife. Shout out to all of y'all, man.
All right, I appreciate you calling in. You're going to have to go back and watch this interview. We just, like I said, the fight between you and Alfredo was a very good fight. Of course, you know, I like Alfredo. I've known Alfredo for quite some time. Such a nice guy. I hate to see that he lost, but, you know, I didn't know you then. I know you now. So, but, you know, I'm happy that you won that fight. And, yeah, he's laughing like, yeah, okay. No, but, like, you better go for me from here on out. No, but good luck, good luck in your career. LFA's coming up. So for those who wants to see Jhonavin fight, Jhonavin, where can they get tickets?
I'm new to LFA, so I'm just now learning the ropes. I do believe they'll be sending me tickets, so on all my social medias, you can just hit me up off of there. Or I guess you can get it off their sites, because I'm brand new to LFA. I'm not going to lie. I don't got all the ins and outs yet, but I know they give me a certain amount of tickets. So if you do need tickets and you're in the area, around the Coppers Cove, Khalid area, Fort Hood, you can just contact me, and I'll try to get them out to you.
And, of course, they could always catch you on Access TV. You know, so they could watch you there, definitely. But again, thank you so much for calling in, and for, you know, for those that tuned in, and everybody here on Facebook. I guess one of your teammates, Caitlin, she's saying what's up, or Miz is saying what's up. There's a few people that from your gym that tuned in, so I appreciate you guys. For those that listen to orgasmradio.com, thank you for tuning in as well. Stay tuned, because on the boxing hour we got Ava, the lady, I think her name is Ava Knight. I'm just going to go by Ava Knight. I don't remember her fight name, but Ava Knight, who is signed with Mayweather Promotions. She's going to be coming on in a few minutes, so you guys stay tuned. All right, Jhonavin, thank you so much. Take care.
All right, guys.
All right, bye.